Okay, guys, good morning to all of you. Can you hear me loud and clear? If yes, give me a thumbs up. All right. Okay, guys, good morning to all of you. Can you hear me loud?现在那个今天 live 去 Cambodia 这种全部的。Okay, guys, good morning once again. All right, this morning, really crazy morning. Really crazy because there's so much information pouring in from very different places, different channels. Okay, so this morning is all right. This MEO will be at least 1.5 hours. So there's lots of information to share with you. Let's begin. All right, I'm not going to waste time. Let's go. All right, guys, once again, if you like my MEO, it's all right. You should know that I always will give you the best and give you the best information. All right, so today, loads of information coming in. Now, first of all, today is 8th of April, 2022. Today is Friday, and thank God it's Friday. Finally, I have my first weekend rest after many weekends. Yes, indeed. This weekend is out and taking a little break. Now, we do know that people are asking when is our next class, when is our next preview. I'm so sorry, but this month alone, yeah, month of April is all right. Our full concentration will be on the 24th of April, that particular event. So there will be no classes. There will be no previews. Everything is on that day itself. Just we have loads of things to do. All right, but of course, in between, I will still continue my MEO as usual because I can tell you one thing itself. From coming May, MEO itself, right, will not be so regular. It'll be probably like 1 or twice a week. All right, reason is because I want to spend more time with my students in terms of trading and let them understand the techniques better. And also, I also want MEO to be very, very different in terms of what? It should be more like people who really appreciate it come online to listen, yeah? So that's why the content is right. I try to put it in more, but it'll be done over a longer period of time and plus, maybe like 1 or twice a week, okay? So that is the difference coming in May. So if you really love my MEO as well, right, then quickly appreciate it as much as possible. Every day tune in to MEO because I'll still do it every day until the end of April. Then in May, there will be a change in how we run the MEO daily. Okay? All right. So once again, thank you very much for all the support. Now, today's MEO itself got loads of information. You really want your friend to come in and listen. Now, a lot of it is right, news that you don't see in mainstream media. So definitely this type of things, right? You don't see mainstream media, there's some juicy part of it. Now, of course, some people say, Cal, the stuff that you actually gather for us for MEO, right, it's really incredible, very juicy, very interesting. But how much element of truth are there? Now, I will just say this once again for everybody's sake, okay? You must understand this. Example, like yesterday when I covered about the people who were laying on the street, the carcasses, right, the dead bodies. And I was just informing yourself regarding how my view, and immediately there are people responded to me and says that, right, hey, Kel, how come you say that? No, how can you say that there's no bloodshed and stuff like that? I say that look at the picture, unless they edited it to remove the blood, I can't see any traces. That's the first thing. Number two, you think about this itself, okay, if you would have been fired, okay, one shot somewhere, I'm quite sure must be the head level, then obviously it's all right, what, infection, right? When basically after a few days later, particular insects, I won't go do detail, but particular insect will start to grow on the injuries, and the whole body will go into a very bad shape. But look at the pictures itself. I cannot see how the pictures are in bad shape. So I'm not saying that there's no conspiracy. No, there's conspiracy. I'm just saying that, right, as a person who look at the pictures, I just want to be objective here itself. All right, so same thing later today when I share stuff with you, right? I'll be covering a lot on the Russia and Ukraine thingy, and also China part. Please have it in an open mind, okay? Open mind, yeah? All right, so today, as you can see right now, we have loads of information. First of all, my goodness, Peter Thiel, all right? One of the respected investor, yesterday, I think yesterday or yesterday before, he went and whacked Warren Buffett, not physically whack him, but really on the stage itself, right? He said that he's a sociopathic. My goodness, because Peter Thiel is a very, very a big activist on this cryptocurrency. And Warren Buffett is like the one who say, no, 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 this is not good for you at all. So because of that, I mean, seriously, Warren Buffett never said Peter Thiel anything, I think so. But Peter Thiel really yesterday, very bold statement and whacked him online. I mean, so-called during the stage itself. I think a bit of disrespectful. And I have observed a little pattern here. I'll talk about this later, okay? Now, next thing is obviously it's all right. You have the UN coming in and vote Russia out. I mean, seriously? Oh, okay. All right, let's look at the name list later and you see there's so much interesting thing that happened during the event. And last but not least is all right, I'm talking about this guy called Putin. Now, for whatever Putin is going through, it's all right. Seriously, if I'm in his position, it's all, I'm being proved to the wall already. War as in WALL, yeah, the wall. All right, so if let's say things go crazier, right, maybe he will really act crazy. Who knows? I'll tell you why is that so very shortly. So yesterday, the stock market rebounded. Is that a dead cat bounce or the market bottoming again? Now, why is the word again? Because a lot of people have been calling for market bottom the last few times, but I say no. So now the thing is this, do you think that the market is a DCB, meaning dead cat bounce? Or do you think that this is actually a market bottoming? Please key your preferred choice right now, your selection. DCB, dead cat bounce, or DB, all right, MB, market bottom. Please key your answer right now while I get a sip of coffee. All right, thank you very much. All right, this is going to be very interesting. MAO, loads of information flying everywhere. You really need to be around. Tell your friend to join us, okay? They will love it, okay? I guarantee they will definitely love it, okay? Okay, get your friends in. They will definitely enjoy it. I can guarantee you this. Today's MAO itself, right? It's really intriguing, all right? Very intriguing, okay? You really need to watch this, okay? All right. Okay, so what we have now, Miss, okay, let me take a look. Okay, we have DCB from Louis, from this Yo, Stephen, Anthony, Janet, Karine. All right, also all DCB. Okay. Okay. Now you remember about a couple of days ago, last week, right? When I asking you, I'm market bullish or bearish, right? Remember many of us were all looking at bull. Now, why will you say it's a DCB now? Don't you realize this? This is why I love to ask consensus questions, because that is where we get to learn and see how everybody thinks at that point itself. There's nothing wrong or right. Everybody got their own choice of the answers, okay? Everybody got their own choice. It's just that when I see this stuff, right, it always tells me a lot of things about how the market really works. So that's why I find it pretty cool. Okay? All right. All right. So for me, it's all right. I think I've been very, I'm pretty focused. And I've been telling you this, to me itself, this is a DCB, in my opinion. This is a DCB, a dead cat bounce. And of course, I'll explain more in detail shortly. All right, disclaimer apply as usual, as you know. Okay, that's all. Okay, I won't want to go stress you for this again. Now, look at this. Ha ha ha, the joke of the week, of the day again. He's like the 10-year treasury. He's very sensitive. Now, what does it mean? Now, of course, this is one of this dog here itself, right? The man probably want to tap on the dog, pet on the dog. And the lady was saying that you don't touch because it's very sensitive. If you touch it, then it bites you, then you have a problem. Something along that direction. So let's just look at the current situation now of the DC of this thing called the 10-year treasury yields. Now I've been very focused on this. I tell you this, I believe that I'm probably the only trainer in Singapore reminding like a broken recorder regarding about this 10-year yield. Now, it's not because we are short in the market, we talk about it. It's because it's something that is open secret where everybody can see, and it does concern us. It does. So look at it right now. Look at it. Now, when we were calling for this thing here, so I remember pretty months ago already, yeah? All right, months ago we're calling for this. So I'm going to go back here. So now when it was 1.6, 1.7 to 1.8%, we already tell you that this is going to be the one big wave. I told you that very good chance we'll see all the way to this level, 2.6%. Right, the time itself was only 1.8%. Remember? So we actually said that it will go to 2.6%. And I even put on there, I'm challenging everybody that it will easily go to 3% later by probably June itself. And now it's really moving towards that. We are 0.35% away from 3% level. So what does it mean then? That will mean that there'll be a lot of cost, heavier cost to the entire economy. There'll be more money to be paid. and there'll be people who say, you know what, enough of this, maybe let's just return back the loan and stuff like that. This is the reason why am I so concerned for this. Now, to me, as a trader, there are two ways to trade. One way is you see market up, you buy, you see market sell, market come, you sell, right? That's one way. The other type of way, which I personally prefer nowadays, because I'm getting older, is that I look at the trend of the market. And then you know what I do? I just look at it from this angle and I do this. Okay, so example, I share this with you, yeah? Let's say I'm now seeing the market at this direction. Okay, let's say I see the market now, this is the high, and the market went down to the low. Okay, and then I see the market bottom out, right, somewhere around here. So basically, I already have my view that the market has probably, break out from the downward trend. So with this understanding now, basically what I will do is every time it pulls back, I look for buy. Can you understand my point? Every time it's pulled back, I look for buy. Every time it pulls back, I look for buy. Can you understand now? Every pullback, I look for buy. So this is what I've been teaching my students, okay? If you have formulated the trend of the market and you assume that it really will perform according to plan, then every pullback itself, this is your answer. This is where you go in to buy. Do you understand what I say? Do you agree that this is a better idea? Rather than you chase after the market itself, right? Like some people, the price goes up already, then they chase over here and they get caught, and the price goes down, they will cut their losses near the low, and then after that they sell. When we call for buy, they disagree, and when the price goes up itself, they repeat the same cycle again and they buy at a high. Don't you realize that this is a common mistake that a lot of people do? If you agree with my sharing here now, press agree. Right, text agree right now. If you think that you disagree, write disagree. No one is right, no one is wrong. In MAO itself, they have their rights to their own views, okay, and opinion. This is open, okay? Really, no one is there to pinpoint who's right, who's wrong. Okay, this is not a forum where you hide under persona. Here is whereby everybody is real. You have profiles everywhere. I can see you can see me. And of course, if you write something yourself, you'll be responsible for what you say. But at the end of the day, it's a matter of opinion. All right, you no need to say that I must follow the crowd. I must be with the crowd. No, not necessary. If you think that you disagree on it, you can simply disagree. All right, I can see the thing are coming in right now. We have Richard, Louis, Janet, Stephen, Allison. This all agree, yeah? Okay, and Ray Young say, yes, agree, but need discipline to carry out. Exactly, the discipline. So for me, it's all right. The discipline is very simple. If I stick to my guns and I see that this current situation now is that the market will go to this particular direction, then for me, I'll just stay with it. So to me now, if I see the market down, right, since early January until today, April already, right, I've been seeing the market down, but I don't sell relentlessly. Every pullback turn down, then I sell. All right. So you can see now this is crazy because you know why? This is the point A and this is point B. Yeah. Let me just clear the screen a little bit. This is point A and this is point B. Okay. So B itself is one of the historical low, one of the level, and A is the recent high in the last 3 years. So A to B, put a Fibonacci. You can see how it works, right? Okay, fine. Very important now. 61.8 is a very important Fibonacci figure, and you can see why the market stopped here for a while. But now the next number, the next Fibonacci number is actually 78.6. So the market now, you can see, is definitely stabilizing at about 78.6. So once the market pull back a little bit, the next upthrust, I believe, will be here already. And the next upthrust is 3.2%, which is the same high that what happened back then at A. Can you see my point? So the thing is this, will this actually happen? Now, I can tell you this, with 9 rate hikes on the way here itself, it is definitely on the way. You just do the mathematics here. Right, if every rate hike is 0.25 itself, right, you take 8 rate hikes, you get 2%. So that's where we are right now, right? So anything more than that itself in between, let's say there's a 50 basis point in between, then it will easily hit 3%, easily. So that's why to me it's all right. 3.2, I don't know, but 3%, I'm definitely very confident because mathematically it's calculatable. All right, so that is the reason why I say 3%. Now, if the market hit 3%, definitely the market will shake. That is my view here itself, okay? So that's the 10 years yield as sensitive, yeah. So yesterday, all right, I was very, very clear. I saying that if you want to make money from the market, concentrate on looking to short the NASDAQ. So the NASDAQ was trading at 14,457, right? And that was where the NASDAQ was trading. Okay, you can see here itself. So I said that the NASDAQ will go down to 14,367. And how I get the number? Because my BMB extension minus 1 times 1 gave the figure there. So I wrote there 14367. I said that if you want to sell here right now at 457 and aim it at this 367. So that is about 90 points. So it was a free gift given during the MAO. And of course, I think many of y'all remember that, right? So if you remember that itself, right, you can see how the market went down. The NASDAQ really came down to 14,367. And all my students know that once the market hit the extension 1x1, usually there will be a bounce. And again, truth be told, yesterday the NASDAQ came down. After that, people asked me, Kel, can short? I said, no, you miss a short, you have to look to buy back. And if you miss the short as a buyback, then you can consider to go long, because yesterday there is a pivot point. So straight away, the thing is that the market turned up, and that's why it closed higher, right? So guys, if you remember this, if you remember that, please key the word NASDAQ spot on for me. Now, only if you remember that I was saying this, okay? Put a NASDAQ spot on for me. Thank you very much. And of course, when this happened, students make money. Students make money. So they text me, say, Kel, thank you so much. They make money in the market. And you can see yesterday, one student effectively been shorting the NASDAQ on the way down, and he made about $2,688. That easily covered the cost fee already, right? So again, this is not just only a a trainer telling you where I buy, where I sell, and then after that he show you his big account and make a lot of money. This is me giving it free to public members, publicly, like you now watching this. Yeah, this is free now, right? This market free information, I give it to you. How you utilize it itself is your rights. And end of the day, if you make money, I'm happy for you. If you lose money, I'm so sorry. You know, maybe it's an off day or the market's not ready yet. But if you can see, we are really pretty clear with a way we do our trading. Okay, so guys, once again, if you have made money from the market itself, congratulations. If you think that I did a pretty spot on call, just give me a favor, just put the word NASDAQ spot on. Okay, this is the only thing they can thank me for. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you. Let's go. Okay, so now the thing is this, guys. As you know, we are going to concentrate all our resources on this 24th of April event. Now, this event itself, right, a lot of things will be shared. The landing page will only be ready next week. All right, although it's next week, but we already give a little bit of early bird registration, right? So one of them is you guys. You guys have been supporting this, our daily MAO, feverishly. So we want you to have the benefit of this. Now, I repeat myself one more time. If you have not signed up or haven't put the I want to join, okay? If you haven't you can now text I want to join right now. And then after that, we will contact you, okay? We will contact you. But there's a condition here. You must come on that day and you have to bring a friend. Really, bring a friend, relative, even let's say children. Now you're going to bring a child over, but this child must be above 21 years. Financial is 18 or 21, yeah? 21. To be able to open account is 18 or 21. I can't remember that. Okay, not asking to open an account, but because we don't want that particular young man or young lady get so sold by us and trade the market. I think 21, yeah, to be fair, to be very cool. I'm very sure of that. Okay, so my point is this, okay? You can bring your kiddo down, but he or she must be above 21 years old, because we don't want them to, get too crazy while we share on the day. All right, so basically, brother Zhang Yaodong is around. Hey, brother, how are you? Oh, wow. Thank you, bro. Thank you so much. All right, for coming in. Okay, so the thing is this. We have already sent out messages to you, okay, like this. Okay, that to Alex Heng himself, we ask thank you for your interest to join this event. And please provide you and your friend contact detail. All right, and you can see that Alex Heng gave us his full name, his email address, his friend name, and email address. So this is very important because we need to contact you, because when email will be sent to you, and then that is where there will be a QR code. That QR code will be the one for you only. So which means that if that day itself, if you do not have that, then you will not be able to come in. I'm not kidding, guys. This is not going to be like a lelong pasar malam thingy, whereby you can come as you want. We're not going to care less on that. If you do not have that screenshot, okay, you will not be able to gain access to that event. I just heard from one of our sponsor, they might be giving you a very big gift that's 2 meters tall. Oh my goodness, 2 meters tall. My goodness, so things are like, okay. Think about this, what can be 2 meters tall and is big and large that you can use at home? My goodness, our sponsors are really very, very, very generous. Okay, so guys, if you want to win, that particular prize itself, you need to be physically around, because it's a lucky draw. But the dog gift itself, right, is going to be very nice. It's a very nice dog gift, according to what I see. Okay, not confirmed yet. So guys, If you haven't put the word I want to join, quickly do it now, because only this stage now we will accept the word I want to join. When that means that you'll be the first people to get your seats. Then after that, when we open to our own students and stuff like that, right? Then the seats will come very fast. The public members will only reserve a very small portion, a very small portion. So that's why really no marketing gimmick. We are not there to sell you product. We are here to tell you that, hey, you know what? Join this big event. Yeah. So if you have not joined, please keep the word I want to join. Okay. The pre-booking now is already hitting 45% already. Yes, 45%. That means that we haven't even go to our student yet. We hit 45%. Incredible. Thank you, guys. Okay. So that one settled. Yeah. Okay, so now we have seen yesterday the initial jobless claim come out at 166,000. That's very positive. That means that lesser people is jobless in a way. That's why the number went down, and of course the stock market did recover yesterday. That was pretty good. All right. So let's look at the US market right now. Initially there was some selling, right? There was some follow-through selling at the night. So a friend of mine was asking me last night, Kel, the market now dropped from 34,000 to 34,200. Is it a time to short? I said, no. You do not short when the market comes down. You short before it comes down. Give an example. If the market is downtrend, right? This is downtrend, right? Okay, this is the A, right? This is your B, and this is your C, and this is your D. Okay, understand this? All right. So take a look here itself, right? When the market, if you visualize the market will be going downwards, if you visualize the market will go downwards from A to D, then what should you do as a trader? You actually do nothing from A to B. Do nothing. Why? Because the market already coming down, you miss it, just give it a miss. Then what happened? When the market goes up, when the market goes to B to C, you do anything? You do nothing also. Why? Because when the market is recovering, never short the going up market. You never know, things may change. So when can I short? You only short here, my friends. You only short when the market basically is here, where C is. So where your stop loss? This is a stop loss, right? This is your stop loss, which is Y. Example. So at C, you short. Y is your stop loss. So this is called your range. Can you see that? So now what happened? If the market goes down to D, you will make a lot more profit because the profit could be 4 times, could be 5 times. But your losses itself only 1 time. So this is called risk-reward ratio. This is called good risk-reward ratio because when you lose only 1 time losses, but when you win 4 to 5 times. Do you agree with such a trading methodology? If you think you agree with this is all right, press the word agree once again, all right? Because this is really what you need to do, risk-reward ratio, the right way to do risk-reward ratio, okay? So yesterday when the price was coming down, student asked me, Kel, can we short? I said, no. In fact, I said, buy back your position. So they were asking me, Kel, why must we buy back when the market is coming down? I said, look, this is the point you buy back your position because the market itself, okay, the Dow Jones KSI was still green in color. So for all my students, they will know that, right, Dow Jones KSI green in color means that they're still buying interest in the market. Hence, therefore, when the market goes down to KTR -1, -2, -3, it's not a time for you to short more, but it's a time for you to buy back. Only when the KSI turn red, then we know that the market likely will go lower. Then that's where you may consider to add position. But again, you sell from the high. So you can see after that, there's no hindsight. The market rebounded strongly all the way up itself. And did we go long? Of course, we went long because we all know that, right? This is how it works. So later on during the segment here itself, when I show you the day-to-day chart, right, you will see it. And today I add on one more candidate in. I share with you NASDAQ, okay? I share you NASDAQ because a lot of people are trading NASDAQ right now because a lot of people with other schools of thoughts and they are actually being caught with the NASDAQ recent sell-off, right? Because NASDAQ came off and like usual, we are like a little place whereby people will come to us whenever they really need some additional help because probably their own trainers are not giving them the support because maybe the trainer too many people already. I don't know. Okay, giving them a good trading light up. Okay, S&P 500 bounces back following 2 straight days of losses. Okay, 2 days of losses. Why do we need to stress it? Anyway, all right. So first of all, the Dow Jones recovered because now people reassess again the Federal Reserve latest plan to tighten monetary policy and combat rising inflation. So isn't that not so good? But the Dow Jones recovered 87 points. Okay. Now the thing is this: defensive name like consumer staples and healthcare leads the recovery. So one of them is Costco and Pfizer. All right, then of course we also have Constellation Brands and Lamb Weston holding all went up. But these companies are those companies you don't really heard of them, yeah, not that often. Though of course in the Tech front, Tesla gained 1.1, but Twitter went down 5.4. Wow, Twitter 1.4, very expected, right? Because I told you that Elon Musk thingy, wait for the pullback, then you buy. Wait for a while, yeah? Okay, then of course, HP Inc. went up by 15% because Warren Buffett came in to buy into it itself. Wow, okay, Warren Buffett in the buying spree, yeah? Okay, anyway, S&P 500 now, the key support is 4455 to 4450, pretty nearby. And they say that if the market breaks below it, then there'll be some selling. If not, it could be a support. So we all know that, right, Federal Reserve is going to like reduce $95 billion, okay, on a monthly schedule. Let's see how it goes. And generally speaking, itself, right, people are saying that this is within still expectation. That's why the market's not coming off as fast as it is. No, I totally disagree with this. I tell you this. If you give me a pocket money now, right, every month you give me, say, $1,000, okay, example, yeah? And you reduce it by $500, I'm going to feel the pinch, man. I tell you that. Seriously, I'm not kidding you. All right, so that's my point. And now I'm taking away from you, it's even worse. Okay, so let's look at the market right now in terms of the Dow Jones. You can see what happened. So first of all my students, please follow me, yeah? The Dow Jones KSI is still green in color, but it's downtick. What does it mean? Green KSI means that the boys are still going to be buying, but just that the buying itself is not as strong as the day before. So if let's say there's some selling, the market will come down. But because the KSI is still green, when the market hit KTR -1, -2, or -3, there will be buying. This is something that you must understand. And of course, if the market, right, as you can see, the opening price of the day is already above pivot 1. So above pivot 1, you know, right, above OP, above pivot 1, CCRY is a buy. So that's another reason why if the market stays above OP, you have to buy. Now, you understand this, our technique every day itself is the same, but the situation, the scenario is different. So you have to follow it. So let's take a look what happened during the day. Okay, so the day itself, once the market went below the opening price of the day, you can see that the market really came down. And really, once it hit the KTR -1, you see that straight away it stopped there as if the market registered it. Now, for those who are not my student, you don't know this, I'm sharing with you now. Every line you see now, all the horizontal line you see now, right, all of them are fully automated. You don't need to even draw a single line here itself. It's fully automated. So which means that when you see the color change over from red to yellow, right, this is where you buy. Can you see that? This is where you buy. Yes. And of course, the KSI at the bottom turns from red to green and it's a jump itself. That's why the price go higher. Can you see that? Okay. So then after that itself, there's a star there. I understand that. So you should also draw 2 lines. But you notice that the market never went beyond it. So that's why it came down. But when it came down itself, right, you can see the green dots are flickering at your screen. That means that something big is going to happen soon. Either going to go up this way or go down this way, right? And then the market shows up. So now it's above OP, above pivot 1, then definitely it's a buy. So yesterday itself, right, just these 2 trades alone, B1, B2, all are buy. You just have to buy. Now, only here when the market trigger MLP, and there's a star on top, new star bond, all right? So what can you do now? Since it triggered MLP, you can consider to short the market if you dare to take the trade. If you say, no, Cal, I don't want, you can wait for a while. So when the market breaks below the pivot 1, that is where it's below OP, below pivot 1, you want to sell? Yes, indeed. Did the market go down? Yep, it went down. It did go to the KTR. But very fast, another big reverse came in because it was a cash market opening already. The cash market opened. But when the cash market opened itself, right, you can see it did not go above the opening price. It went above slightly and came back down. So when the market goes below the pivot again, you have to sell again. And true, we thought the market came down. Now, by this time now, it go to KTR -2, right? -2 is here. So again, remember what I said, right, regarding about KSI data is green. So basically of that itself, right, what can you do? When the market do a CCRY again over here, right, this is clear, and there's a bomb here itself. That means you draw the 2 lines, that confirms that this could be the market bottom, because bomb usually tell you it could be the market bottom, and it could be the market top. You can see now the day high is predicted by us, the day low is also predicted by us. And after that, bang, look at the way the Dow goes up. So don't you realize that, right, whatever we say just now, right, before we even enter this segment itself, is really following the script. So for students of mine, if you actually didn't make money yesterday, please go through what I said. Just remember this, I just realized that many of you forgot that yesterday, that particular trade on P1 is P1, not P2. Below OP, below P2, then you sell down all the way because it's a classic trade. But yesterday one was a P1 OP trade. So that means that it's a pullback, but it may not close at the low. Please do not get yourself confused. Yeah, I think that was probably the reason why some of you, when you shorted the market down, right, you shorted all the way down and you expected the market to close downwards. Then when the market next morning you wake up, right, you saw, oh my goodness, how come the price recover, right? Oh, then there's a problem. And don't forget, please, when we are trading the market, right, remember, all these are your profit level. If you short the market, you must consider to take profit one. You cannot expect the market to crash down and stay low for you. Remember, the 22 days theory is very, very important. Yeah. Okay. All right. If you understand what I just said about this, my own students, if you understand this, press number 1 right now so that I can see my own student understanding this. Okay. Press 1. I get some water for myself. All right, excellent. Hanyu, Karine, Susan, Janet, Brian, Angeline, Anthony, Stephen, Louis, all you all understand, huh? Fantastic. Okay, let's look at NASDAQ. Let's go through the whole motion again, yeah? Now, the NASDAQ itself, the KSI is green in color. It's down tick, but still green. So again, the same thing repeats. You expect the buying to come in when the signal gave the go ahead, like KTR -1, -2, -3, CCRY over there. Number 2, because this down tick, right, the buying itself is not as strong as yesterday. So when you are buying, take profit. Okay. So if you are selling, same thing. You have to give kudos to the market because KSI is green. That means the market will have some buying at the bottom, right? Okay, let's go. So the market opens here above the P1, right? Correct. So what happened? The market broke MA30 and it broke below pivot 1. So by right, it's a sell. And we will tell you that the market likely will go down to 14,367, the level that I mentioned earlier itself. So all these were all mentioned yesterday, right? So how did we trade yesterday? Let's take a look, shall we? So yesterday was a very volatile day, but it's still tradable. Let's see. Now, first of all, when the market goes below OP, CCRYR, below OP by right, you can short the market already. But because it's so early, normally this part here itself, we don't trade. I told you before, right? GTH hour, we don't trade, okay? But let's say now you traded, yeah? So what happened? Remember I told you, right, KSI is green in color. So CCRY at KTR -1 is for buying, not for selling, my friends. Okay, so when the market goes up itself, definitely above OP, above pivot 1, definitely is a buy. And because it's a classic trade and there's a green dot over there, that means the market can shoot up or shoot down, right? Truth be told, the market choose up. Very nice. Then you see a star on top here. Beautiful, a star is there. So that indicated the day high of the day. So the thing is this, when the market comes here itself, some student ask me this, Kel, can short or not? I say, why cannot? It's CCYR, right? But then your question would be, Kel, but I thought that above OP, above P1, we should concentrate on buying, right? I say, yes, but do you see any CCRY here at this point now? You only see CCYR. So the question is, market is dynamic. So whatever you see on screen right now, if the star approves you to sell, you can sell. If you say, Kel, don't want, I want to wait for the buy, then you wait for the buy to come. But you cannot say that I cannot sell. This is very different here. So truth be told, the market came down all the way and very incredibly, it stopped perfectly at KTR -1 again. Remember the KSI I told you earlier, right? So it stopped there. It's really expected. So when the market now returns here itself and do a CCRY above OP, the question is, can buy? Yes, can buy. Why? Because it's above OP and it's above pivot 1 and the price goes up. So you see, it's going according to exactly what we learned. But probably student-wise itself, right, when they see the market coming down so fast to them, they are not there to take profit, or they think that the profit itself is not good enough for them, they will want the market to go down lower. So they've really forgotten that, right, all these technical points are so important. So now you understand why the market stopped here itself. There's a reason for everything. I can show you that it will really work. So now with that understanding here itself, when the market now many green dots here all appearing on a screen, that means you know already it's either going to be this or going to be that. So the market chose to go down instead. So that's why the CCYR came in and bang, it came down all the way down this time round. So that's where again, students like, what is going on? Come on, man, give me a break. Guys, you really must put whatever you learn to practice. If you don't do this, I can tell you, you can trade on your own, right? You will get the same answer, likely even worse. So when the market came down all the way, you notice that there's another CCRY here. Okay, this one now, if you enter the market, you lost money. 100% lost money because there's no way you can win. But after that, they saw, right, you notice there's a bomb there, right? So that means that The bond was quite high on top, by the way. So there's nothing here itself. Then the CCRY come in again at KTR -3. And this time round, the blessing of the KSI at the bottom, bang, the market goes all the way up again. So now I repeat myself 3 times, okay? Remember this, day chart KSI itself is very important. Look at it. Number 2, look at the MAs to see the terrains. Number 3 itself, follow the market coloration and take profit along the way. Remember the 22 trading days theory itself. Only 6 days are full day. That means that there are almost as many as 16 days are going to be doji day and half day. Don't expect the market to close at the high or the low for you. You don't have the chance to do that. Out of 22 trading days itself, especially now at the start of the month, there's a very high chance you're going to meet a half day or a doji day. So that you must understand this, okay? If everybody can understand what I just say itself, right, press number 2. If you understand what I just say and you're my student, press number 2. If you don't understand what I just said itself, right, just put say don't understand, okay? I want to hear you. Be honest with me. It's absolutely fine. All right. Now, because this is MAO, where the public audience here itself, I cannot keep on, keep repeating my techniques here. So I can make it fast. If you can understand, be good. If you don't understand, you can just replay it later on to hear me once again. Okay. All right. Now, this is gold. Now, I already told you I love gold, right? Why I love gold? Because now we are entering how many days already? Wow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Wow, 18 days already. Oh my God. Let me just draw it perfectly nicely. Okay, 18 days. 18 days. Oh my goodness. We are 18 days consolidated over the last 18 days, over 2 months in a way. 18. So what does it mean, my friend? What does it mean? That means that we're going to see a very big movement in gold soon. How big would that be? I don't know. Maybe a $30 to $50 move. Yes, I repeat, $30 to $50 move. So it's going to be either like this or like this, okay? So let's say now the average range is about 1910. All right, 1910, right? Our average range are in between. So $30 or $50, that will be 1930, right? So it will be 50, right? Or go down all the way, it could be 1860. Okay, that means that either we're going to see a 1950 soon or a 1860. So let's just do a consensus here as well. How many of you think that it will be a 1950? Please key 1950. How many of you think that it's going to be a 1860? Key 1860. Come, everybody now. Go. What do you think so? Which side do you think that gold will be going? I want to see you now writing that. Everybody, let's do it. There are 62 of you. Let's do it together, Ken. Let's do it. Okay, what's your number? 1950 or 1860? Okay, come, everybody, come on, let's charge it in. Come on, let me see your answers right now. Let's have a consensus here itself. 1950 from Han Yu, 1950 from Angeline, 1950 from Susan, 1950 from Ray Young, 1950 from David, 1950 from Allison, 1950 from Daniel. Wow, so many. 1950 from Fico, 1950 from Brian, Anthony, Louis. Okay, wow, all of you was 1950. Oh my God, it's still flooding in. 1950 from Andrew, Steven, Sandra, Karine, Daniel. Wow, Heng Hua, Allison. My God, so many of you. David also 1950. Cool. Okay, Kelly also 1950. Okay, so it seems like everybody's looking at 1950. Wow. Okay. Okay. All right. Is there going to be a problem here? Well, but I know that they're all mostly my student. I don't think so. Now, first of all, the reason is because KSI is green in color. And the best thing is there's no more blue bars at the bottom. Now, no more blue bars means that the market most likely might be going higher already. Because why? The bearishness is leaving the town. Number 2, KSI is green. So only when, in the way I look at this, is all right, it will take something very big to bring the market down lower. All right, you take something very big to bring the market lower. I don't know. Maybe something terrible happened in the economic front. I don't know. But because of that, it's all right. I kind of believe that, right, the market most likely should be going towards 1950. Yeah? Okay, so think about this. You are in MAO right now, and you can listen to me telling you now it's 1931, and I'm looking at 1950. Hey, not bad, right? That's a pretty good MAO. All right, so Yo is 1950, and Fico say it could be a war. Okay, maybe. I don't know. All right, so let's look at gold yesterday to be a quick one itself. Oh, sorry, let's go back to the day chart again. So the KSI is green. The KSI is green. The KSI is green and it's down tick, so still for buying interest. But very important information is that the blue bar were retreating, all right? The blue bar were retreating. So with the additional information itself, it's a no-brainer, my friend, that yesterday you should be a buyer. Now, but yesterday, the market never go down to KTR -1, never go down. So how? Think about this. Remember, in the lesson itself, you learned from me, right? If the KSI is green in color, the probability that the market will go to, when the market is above OP, KTR +1 to KTR -1, KTR -1 or +1 is very normal, correct? So I ask you a question now. If the market itself is a green KSI and looks like going up, and the market can't even go down to KTR -1, the market cannot go down to KTR -1. So what do you think the market will do? Please key your answer right now, all my students. Right, now for those of public audience listening to this itself, you can really see that, right, I'm a very enthusiastic, very passionate, driven coach. I just want my student to really benefit from this, okay? So quickly now, my student, imagine that you should know that now if the market is supposed to be a day that's supposed to be an up day and the market can't even go down to KTR -1, what do you think is actually trying to transmit to you? What information is the market trying to talk to you? So think about it for a moment, yeah? This is very, very, very important. Okay, so while your key answers are prepared thing for you. Okay, so let's take a look here as well. Now we can see that the MLP is over here. So the market MLP and OP is very near each other. So then we have a bomb, all right, a bomb right here. Look here, if I draw a line here across it, the high and the low, I think any good trader will notice that the market itself is beautiful. The market can't even go down below the SL point of the bomb. So you can see that, right? Stephen, Susan, Anthony, all key go up. Exactly my point. So the bomb itself will appear on your screen before the market goes up. That is what you want. An indicator that really can tell you what you can do when you see it, and not after it happened already and you tell me a fairy tale story. I don't want that. I want something to tell me now before the market moves. That's very important. And of course, if the market now hangs around the area that I know that this is a good buy, I will definitely buy that because my risk is the lowest. That means that if I buy here right now, I stop loss below it, my risk is only that little bit. But if the market goes up itself, I get 6 times profit. Oh my God, this is a very good return, right? So that's the reason why the market, when it goes CCRY mode buy, and that yellow was a BNB, confirm buy. KSI turn green, better still. KCX turn green, very good. So without a doubt, yesterday we called for buy in gold, and gold shoot up all the way. And that is how you make money with the TWB system. We not only share with students how to do it, we tell you exactly how to do it. We even give you online update like from Susan or Keng Hua or myself. We update through Telegram. And the best part is this, the system is right in front of you. You can do your own assessment. Think about this. When there's no blue bars at the bottom, what does it mean for the market? Bullishness. Bullishness. So that's the reason why a lot of students itself, right, are actually making money. But at the same time itself, right, while we are waiting for students to make more money, some students are not making money, You know why? Because they still cannot break through the simplicity of the system. They still think that the system is pretty complicated. It's never even near complicated. Compared to some of the students, when they draw for me the charts, when I take a look, wow, the lines, the Misua lines, the vermilion lines on the chart itself is ridiculous. To the point that every other 2-3 points a buy or sell. My goodness, then what's the point of this? You understand my point? Some of them is so complicated until that you probably need to be a PhD to understand this. Mine is very simple. Simple to the point, you use only colors. Simple to the point, you check the chart, take the chart and just follow through. Okay? So guys, if you think that my TWB system is simple, easy, and consistent, all right, do me a favor, just key the word SEC, okay? Then SEC, all right? If you think that my system is very simple, just key the word SEC. Simple, easy, consistent, all right? Very consistent because every day I'm doing this. Okay, guys, we're going to go into the global news very soon already, right? Quickly get our friends right now to join the MAO. This is where it gets very interesting because today I'm going to cover a lot on the Russia-Ukraine thingy, plus I'll cover on the China thingy. Yes, because I feel that, right, these two countries, Russia and China itself, right, will have some problems soon and it will definitely affect us entirely. All right, so get your friends come in right now and listen to this MAO. They'll definitely love it. I guarantee you this, okay? All right, this will also help them in trading, that's for sure. That's for sure, yeah? Okay, quickly now, get them in because this is not going to be a wasted time. They will enjoy it themselves. Okay. on SEC. Yeah, simple, easy, and consistent. Okay, good. Thank you very much. Thank you, Yo. You break it down for me. Stephen, Allison, Janet, Karine. Thank you, thank you. Oh, these are my students. You see that? I think a good chunk of them are all my students. You see, this is why they love the MAO. Okay, all right. Now, some people ask this question, Cal, if you have so many students itself, right, now why not 500 students online? I think it's a very funny thing. First of all, everybody, most of us are working. What do you expect? Number two, if you want to check whether my student watching this itself, right, you wait for 1 day later or 2 days later, then you look at number of views. You will see on average about 400 to 500 views on average, sometimes even 1,000 views. All right, then these are my students. They have to wait their time when they're free, then they watch. It's very funny when people ask the question itself. Okay, all right. So this is very, very funny. So I just want to crack a joke, but I think it's quite nasty. Then let's leave it alone next time then. Okay. Oh gosh, some people really. All right. So now let's go into something very, very interesting for today. Take a look here itself. Anonymous. Now, Anonymous is a decentralized international activist. They are hacktivists, collective and movement, primarily known as various cyber attacks against several governments and government institutions and government agencies, corporation, and even Church of Scientology. So basically, itself, right, these guys, they just go around and hack. Okay, simple as that. Okay, so now they are in the picture. Why? Because they vow to do unprecedented attack on Russia. Okay, now we heard this 2 weeks ago to 3 weeks ago. We know that they want to hack. But seriously, do you know how deep the hacking went to? Well, this is where it gets very, very scary. Let me tell you this. This got very, very scary. Okay, I like their motto in a way. We are anonymous. We are a legion. We do not forgive. We do not forget. Expect us. Wow. When I'm reading this, my hair is jumping up. Okay, why is that so? Let me tell you now. You really won't get this from the mainstream media. You won't. I checked already, don't have. Okay. So basically, right, if you do a search on anonymous hacking Russia, right, you'll get to see this. Okay, it's reported on CNBC, okay, reported recently in March of 25th, okay. Hacker group claimed it leaks out 900,000 emails, oh my goodness, of Russia's state. They hacked into the central bank. They even hacked the data of 120,000 Russian troops. And this is going to be very important here as well. Later you see my point. So this Anonymous is really whacking very hard, and all these data are just the most recent data. Now let me show you now something here itself. How many of you know this? Who is this guy on the right? How many of you recognize who is this guy on the right? This guy.
Kevin.
Huh? Huh? Kevin. Okay, you caught me off guard. All right, how many of you recognize this guy? Okay, just make a joke of it. Okay, how many of you recognize this guy? All right, take a look. All right, who is he? Number one. All right, he's a movie star, that's for sure. All right, which movie did he act in this particular, for this scene? All right, Tom Cruise. Wow, you guys are very fast, yeah? You see that, Joseph Lim. Quickly say Ethan Hawke. All right, that's the character. Right, the actor is Tom Cruise. Very good. But which show was that? Hey, which show was that? Anyone can know this show? Now, why would I bring this up? I'll show you my point. I think for MAO itself, Mission Impossible, okay, Lord, that one is okay, that is a production. I mean, yeah, correct, but which particular movie was that? What was the title of the movie? All right, key in. Mission Impossible, you're absolutely right, but which movie was that? Which movie was that? Okay, what's the name of the movie? Mission Impossible. Okay, you know which number is fine. Yay, correct. It's a Ghost Protocol. Yes, David, Joseph, King Hua. All right, Syndicate. I'll play Syndicate. Okay, all right. Yes, indeed. Now, what happened in this movie? You know, right? If you're a Tom Cruise fan or you're a Mission Impossible fan, you know that, right? They were all the secret agency, and they went in to basically want to steal a very important briefcase, right? Remember the show? Yeah, okay. So why I want to bring this in? Because remember this particular scene, I think this is a classic. This is incredible classic, right? Basically, it's of how they use a projection to make the person, watch this. Now, honestly, is this really possible? I tell you, this is really possible. I'm not kidding you, right? It's actually movement, what do you call AI? All right, basically, it should connect the person's eye and then they're watching it itself. It's very interesting thing, but never mind. The point of this thing is not about this part here itself, is this area. whereby our Tom Cruise, right, got pissed off because he couldn't get his briefcase, and then next moment itself, bang, boom, the entire Kremlin office get bombed. Okay, crazy, right? Okay, this show was fantastic because you know why? I mean, serious. You know, right? Tom Cruise from which country, right? to actually go to, I mean, of course, obviously, this whole scene itself is created, yeah. But to actually do this, do you know that it's really not a very nice thing itself? Imagine that. And the whole place was really down to ashes, yeah? Okay, as you can see. So now let me tell you why do I want to bring this into the picture. Okay, watch this. Just in, Anonymous, okay, who operates on behalf of Anonymous, gain access to the Kremlin CCTV. Oh my goodness. All right. We won't stop until we review all your secrets. You will not be able to stop us. We are in your castle, Kremlin. Oh my God. They are inside, okay, to prove their point. Oh my God, look at this. Okay, they already say they're going to everywhere itself. They tell you, right, they go into the defense department, they go into the banks, they go into even the newspapers and stuff. Okay, they enter a lot of places, but look at this one, really scary. Look at this. They actually hack into the Kremlin office or the castle in a way, and they go into, that means that these are all the CCTV that's only meant for internal usage. But yet itself, they're all inside watching this, okay? And the point is, this is ridiculous. Look at it, the way they oh my God, look at this. So basically itself, right, that tells you a lot of things here. Well, one way is that maybe this is fake, but this could be real. But if it's going to be real itself, right, oh my God, that means that's now understand why Russia has a big problem with attacking this Ukraine right now. Imagine this, everything I can see, then what's the point already, right? So of course, they just missing out showing where Putin is. All right, but you can see this, how crazy. And look at the date. The date itself is as far back as 4th of March, you know that? Yes, 4th of March, as far back as 4th of March. That means that we know that the invasion was 27th of February. So 1 week later already, they already entered. So now you understand why itself, why Biden, France, everybody is so confident to win this war. Of course, if you can see everything about what I'm doing now, how to lose, correct or not? You can see everything about your enemy. Crazy, right? This is why I say that this war will end very soon in a very other two-way out only. Right, look at this. My God. I mean, I don't know whether they are just admin clerk or not. We can see their ranking, but to me, it doesn't matter. This is crazy. All right. So again, of course, you may say, KL, if you can get this sort of thing, obviously you can, the whole world know. Yeah, but you try to Google, you can't find this. I tried to Google, I couldn't find any of these images. That's the part itself, this Taiwanese talk show. They're really very good with all these things, yeah, fantastic. And of course, now they did not even have the power to just go into the office. They look at it, they enter convenience store, they enter to provision store, they even enter the basketball court. Oh my goodness. You know, and there's another movie, right, in Fast and Furious, whereby they have this, what they call the eye, is it? Whereby Fast and Furious, I think number 7, number 8, right, they can actually see the entire world itself. Any part in the world, if there's electronic gadgets itself, right, you can see it. Now, look at this. Even in White Russia, right, their CCTV is also being tapped on. So basically, anything you talk about is there. So now it makes a lot of sense now why the drones are winning the battle. The drones, look at it. These are the drones given from US. And look at the drones. Look at it. My goodness, this is how they are flying through hands. And look at the way they are attacking around the whole entire Ukraine. Now you understand why itself, the Russian troops are really fighting blank. Because they don't have all this equipment. And they are just putting soldiers into risk. So think about this as well, right? How to win. Now that is only just on the guerrilla warfare. I tell you something more crazy. My goodness. You can see now, right? Apparently, in some of the Russians now, they are not Russian soldiers. They are not only busy fighting the war. They are also busy picking up items from the Ukrainian home and sending the Ukrainian thingy, like their dishwasher, washing machine, their barang, everything they send back. Yeah, they send back to their hometown. Really crazy. So you see, we are watching you. Apparently, it's all right. The Russian soldiers are sending back all the packaging back to their hometown. And all these are already taken down by the Anonymous. And how crazy can it be? They even hack into who sent what, sent to who, your address. My God, crazy, right? This is crazy stuff. My goodness. they can hack into such a level. So obviously now soldiers is like, what the hell, man? Even now I do the nonsense stuff also we know itself. So think about this. How would the soldiers have the morale to go for war when everything is all stripped naked? Look at this. They can really trace where it goes, which part of Russia it goes. Look at it. Oh my God. They actually have the chart to show where your thing goes. And look at the thing that they collect. No, this is very scary. Look at this. This is supposed to be army truck. No? Yet they go and put their own barang, computer lah, some household product to send back. Okay, where's the fight for war? And of course, this money itself, of course, there's two sides of it lah. One is they really ransack the house. Two, they really take from the people lah. So very sad, right? So the thing is this. Now they can hack into the 120,000 troops database, right? So now what you do, what you went through, what you are, what's your blood group, they also know. Look at it. They can know everything about you. Oh my God. 120,000 troops credentials, okay, CVs are all available. How to fight? Seriously, how I want to fight this game? It's like now your tanks are not able to combat because you are losing to the much more better equipped Ukrainian. Then the next thing is this, right? Now these people are losing morale. They obviously they say, okay, you know what, this war can't win, might take some money. But now all their data are all able to be found. So now you understand my point now. How to fight this war? This is really incredible. And this is the best joke of this as well. Apparently, right, there were two troops they're sending out to, I can't read the Russian words, but they were sent out. And then after that, one helicopter disappeared from the radar. Maybe he off away the GPS. Then the thing is this, the other one keep on calling, where are you? Where are you? Where are you? They even swan vulgarities over the line. Then what happened? This whole helicopter, they actually escaped. They actually ran away. That means that they actually, in a way, they actually don't do their job. They just basically take the helicopter and fly off instead because they don't want to fight the war already. Oh my God. Ayo. So how? Is the war going to end soon? Likely high chance, or something worse to happen. If really Putin really now, you imagine you are Putin now, and you can your CCTV that you are using to look at your own people now is being tapped on by the anonymous. Anonymous, if you know, most likely came from one particular country, because I just realized this. The top 10 hackers of the world itself, at least 7 of them came from one country. You know which country they are? So the thing is this. So obviously it's all right. No wonder our dear friend Biden is so confident. We are ready. We are prepared. Come. Oh, no wonder lah. Yeah. So now I understand why itself this is crazy. Now with Congress now revoking Russian trade status, ban oil, ban gas, right? Voted it out of the trade status. Okay. Think about this. If you are this Putin now, right? What do you think? What will you be thinking about? Really? Seriously, to me, it's all right. This guy is pushed to the corner already. Anytime he go crazy, press that button, that's it, man. So now you can see UN suspended Russia from the human right, okay? Suspended. And they say that because they violated human rights and things. But the joke here itself, take a look at the joke here itself, everybody. Now, this is the countries. Now, 93 countries were in favor, 24 were against it, 58 was abstention, okay, meaning they want to vote, yeah. Now look at the one in red. That's a very interesting. Wow, Cuba lah, China, China obviously, right? Okay, Algeria, Iran, Kazakhstan. Okay, don't know what it's coming. Lao, and Russia. Okay, obviously, right? This is Mali and Vietnam. So all these countries, as you can see, why they say no. Very pretty clear. Huh? Okay, those who say yellow, all right, meaning they don't want to get involved, right? Okay, so I was looking for our own Singapore. Singapore, very clear. Okay, cross. Okay. Nothing to rub away that. I mean, understand why take sides, right? When you don't need to do that as well. So you understand my point. Okay, so the thing is this. All right, definitely for sure itself. Those countries who say yes to it itself, right, are mostly from the Europe side. Those who are giving the in favor are mostly from the Europe side. And what's the reason? Of course, they are very worried. So now this really pissed off everything. So Putin is preparing an eastern offensive in Ukraine. So now it's likely to result into a dangerous stalemate. Well, this is where the big word comes in, okay? Now, we know that recently the Russian troop reconcentration of troops now is moving towards backward. Yeah. So two things, some of them say it's retreating. Some people say that actually they're getting grouping to go for the final bid. So we don't know what's going to happen, but definitely for sure it's all right. Now the market is going to go into a potential standstill. And this is going to be one big one. If you look at it from now, right, you push a mouse to the corner, right, eventually this mouse will jump out and bite. So to me, it's a matter of time. Within these 2 weeks, it's all right. Either we see a big one or we see the end of the war. Yes, indeed. I believe that in 2 weeks' time, we will see either the end of war or we can see a very big attack, and that will also end the war. Because when that happens itself, right, probably that is where the retaliation will come in, and that's it. And you end it. All right. So everybody, this is how I see it. All right. Like this sharing. If you like this sharing itself, put LIKE, please. If you like what I just shared about today's Russia-Ukraine thinking from a very different angle itself, put the word LIKE like. Okay, thank you very much. Now, why do I need to do this? Because that will give me a very good understanding of how do I look at the market. Why am I so bearish recently? There's a lot of good reason why. And all these things tells me that in the coming months, it's all right. I will know exactly what to do. Because once this thing's over, there's always reparation work. There will always be things to do. There's a lot of money to make. So yeah, as long as you know where to do, right, all this information is going to help you a lot. Thank you, Andrew. Right, thank you, Andrew. Thank you, Brian. Thank you, Stephen, Louis. All right, Susan. Thank you very much. Okay, let's continue. All right. So now you can see why the market, why US is giving all the military troops to Poland. You can see from the screen right now the map. So you can see now, right, because Poland is just right near to Kiev. So and Lviv, so very nearby. So anything is to go in, right? Poland will be the first one to go in. I can tell you that. If there's going to be anything to indicate, right, you can see very clear, and Poland, it will go in straight away itself. It won't be Moldova, it won't be Romania, all right, definitely not Bulgaria. So definitely the troops are all going this. So you can see now the troops are all moving this way, going in from Australia, coming up this way. So this is what is happening right now. And I can tell you this, in 2 weeks' time, things will get very scary, or maybe that will be the end of the war. All right, let's move our eyes now to China. Now, think about this, guys. In Singapore itself, when you see the social distancing officer, right, or the enforcer, what do? Now, some of us are very nice. Sorry, most of us are very nice. They say whatever, we put on our mask and move on, right? Wow, look at this. Imagine now our social distancing officer or enforcer bring a gun like this and tell you to stand properly to get these swabs. Look at this. This is in Shanghai right now. And again, you won't see this in mainstream media. I guarantee you this, okay? Look at the way they are doing it. Oh my God. Do you really need to bring a gun to go in to get people to swab? Walao, damn crazy, you know that? So you see this, they are taking guns now to make sure you form your line properly, and you better behave. You better behave. The gun is there and it's loaded, I think. And if they don't care whether you're male or female, they know you're male or female, they whack you. So this lady itself was being whacked, 20-plus-year-old kid. Okay, they were there, and then they were supposed to, because they got infected with the virus, so they want to bring it to the thing. But there was, I mean, we just walk now, but apparently they just walk a little bit slower. They were being pushed, and when you're being pushed, of course you retaliate, right? Because come on, man, we're all human beings. But the guy will just push it up and point a middle finger at you and say, better do it. And the guns is all at you itself. How crazy can it be? So think about this. We are not happy already. We already, some of us already pulled down the enforcers' mask and stuff like that. This one, you dare to do it? Oh my God, you're asking for trouble. So this is happening in Shanghai. No kidding, really. You can see Shanghai Fengcheng, really. You won't get this in mainstream media one. You really won't see this. All right. Yes, of course. I think those who I think he was correct. Singapore also taking harder stance to prosecute violators, they do that itself. But go to China, it will be different level altogether. Okay, now why China now? This is important. Now you must understand this. Shanghai is one of the key state of China. And look at it now. This is number of ships that are not able to go into Shanghai. Not able. There are more than 350 big cargo ships all parked outside at the seabed because they couldn't enter, because they don't allow it. So imagine this now, right? If the ships are not going to dock, then how? Go back? Cannot, what? They need to refuel, what? So how? All stock there, lo? So you see ships and many cargo ships all lining across waiting to go in. But the China side itself, with all going this, they cannot. So now it's totally a full lockdown. And why is it so important? Look at this. This is a very busy city, like Orchard Road level. All right. If those people who know this is all right, it's at Kunshan, right? It's a very, very popular place, like our Raffles place, our Orchard Road itself. You can imagine total kosong, nobody around. Okay, and this is how the port is now. Let you give you the idea here itself. Okay, so the Hong Kong University have calculated if China is to do 1 month of lockdown, 1 month only a lockdown, that will easily become it's a GDP 3% of the entire China GDP. My goodness, that's how crazy it is. That is where the stress all comes in now. You understand my point? So now the problem comes in. Why Shanghai of all places, right? This is get interesting already. Now apparently it's all right. Ji Liqiang, right? Is actually the next person. Is a Shanghai mayor. Now this guy is supposed to be the one taking over Xi Jinping if there's any chance of any form of anybody taking over Xi Jinping. And apparently now this particular place, Shanghai, got hit. So now, if that's the case itself, if you don't do a good job to clear this fast enough, right? How to win? How can you get the vote of confidence? Interesting? So you see, very interesting. China helped Russia in a way. Then suddenly now, one particular state cannot itself. Think about this. What do you think? Interesting. So this is actually going to make a big, big problem for the next election is this year itself. So that's why this caught some win. Some people really good memory, not mine. Some people else. They say that 中国工程院士钟南山, the very famous guy, right, who actually went to defeated the so-called COVID or back then the SARS time. All right, he actually said this: we should actually consider to look at other people's good product like mRNA. Okay, see this guy out of nowhere want to say this. What does it mean? That means that he has some question about their own vaccine. So all these things tells us a lot that this Shanghai thing itself, in a way, it doesn't seem to be just only one way. It could be more than that itself. Right? Interesting stuff once again. But to me, that's why I'm pretty bearish with Hang Seng and bearish with this China market, because to me itself, this is going to hurt economy. All right. Good morning to you, Kai. And this morning itself, yesterday, Nancy Pelosi, all right, gave the signal that she wants to go to Taiwan to visit. Now, Nancy Pelosi was supposed to go to Japan, then after that en route to Korea and go back home. Then out of nowhere itself, right, this lady say, you know what, I'm not going to go to Korea, I'm going to Taiwan. Now, this is going to be the first time ever a House representative, right, go to a country. And that country, obviously, at around this time now is Taiwan, right? Now, Taiwan and this US going to have this year itself going to be the end of their 43 years, something like corporation thingy. I can't remember exactly all that. So now, obviously, from now, Nancy Pelosi going down there itself. Hey, come on, man. Obviously, there's something there. So this obviously make the Chinese feel very pissed off. I want to find that for you, but no time really. So the Chinese official was very angry. He said, "You better don't go, okay?" Okay. Then the best part of this, after all this happened, is all right. This morning, Nancy Pelosi come out and say she cannot COVID, so she can't go. But from that itself, it's a gentle reminder to China that I can do this. Now, don't forget itself. It was the last time it happened was 1997. That time it was a Democrat president with a Republican House. That's why there was more like very more of the official thingy. But this time around, Nancy Pelosi Democrat, Biden Democrat. So obviously it's not right this time around. And now you should know that Biden, in a way, is telling China. So all these things is linking up by itself. So that's why the market information now become very important. Okay. So Peter Thiel calling Warren Buffett as a sociopathic grandpa of Omaha. All right, and it's pretty bad. Okay, this is Peter Thiel, by the way, and you can see that enemy number one. Okay, Miami crowd was booing all the way because when he says this, I mean, come on, man, Warren Buffett, no, hey, he's the favorite grandfather in a way. So I know that Peter Thiel made a lot of money, yeah, and he bought a lot of Bitcoin. Okay, we understand that, but the point is this. Okay, he also went after JP Morgan, Jamie Dimon, right? Because Jamie Dimon and Larry Fink of BlackRock all say that currency is no good, but he now billionaire don't care So he really go and say that, right? Because very clear, because Warren Buffett did ever use the word rat poison. He ever used the word rat poison. So that's why he feel that Berkshire is all right. It's really Warren Buffett is not doing the right thing. But you must understand, New Bank from Brazil, they also involved in crypto. So actually, there's something between here and there, right? So anyway, Peter Thiel, this is a very bold attack lah. Okay, you can see that, right? This is where he is, and he talked about that, and he did mention that, right? Warren Buffett did say that it's a red poison, and I'll never own any and never will. All right, so this is what happened. Yep. Okay. So what do you think? Now, Goldman Sachs says these stocks will have a potential upside. Okay, so they said even though the market can be bad, there are 9 of them are pretty good. So who are they? Okay, so one of them is Boeing. The other one, there's a few of them. I picked the one that I know them. Like example, Palantir, Palantir, Salesforce, Las Vegas Sands, Bath and Body Works. Okay, all these are okay lah. These are all these counters. Reasonable counters, yeah, reasonable. BA, of course, now Boeing shares coming down a little bit because of all the mechanical issue, right? So maybe that's when it's cheap enough, then we can consider. But my point is these are the things that is in the market. Not that important, but still, it may help you here and there. Okay, last but not least, let's enter the alternate market news right now. FYI, the today's this MAO, I told you it's 4.5 hours long. Yeah, there's a lot of things to share with you. Yep. Okay, so why do I want to talk about the midterm election? So stand by your cameras to prepare for this. This is going to be very, very important. Yep. Okay, now the midterm election will come in very soon by end of this year. Okay, so you must understand how does it work lah. Now, first of all, you must understand this is since 1928 to 2016. Okay, can't go any deeper. All right, so that means for the last almost 100 years itself, right? Almost 100 years. The second year, usually the market itself, right, won't be the lowest performing year. That means that, right, this year, 2022 will be the least performing year as compared for 4 years. I'll explain to you why does it happen like that. There's a reason for everything. So first of all itself, right, that's why this year, 2022, the market won't be doing that well. Okay, how would that be? Well, you must understand now the current situation here between Democrat and Republican. Okay, take a look here. So, right, this is the now current situation, okay, in the USA. Now, do note, at the moment now, we have 222 representatives from Democrats and 212 from the Republican, and 1 so-called undecided, yeah? So this is the current balance of power. So the Democrats is leading it, that's for sure. But the thing is this, we know that now Joe Biden rating is at the lowest level, okay? Number 2, some Democrats are very pissed with him. They are actually pretty regretful of how they voted for him. So all this is coming in, all right? Could it be a propaganda? I don't know, but this is what's happening. So now we look at historical pattern, Since 1962 all the way to 2010, all right, you notice that, right, except for Bill Clinton and George Bush time, these two timing itself, right, usually the president will lose seats. Yes, they will lose the seats. This is something that is like there for is a good seasonal pattern. So from JF Kennedy to Richard Ford to Jimmy Carter to Ronald Reagan, all these they lose the midterm in a way itself in terms of seats. Okay, only in 1998, right? Why? Because there was some recovery and the economy was doing very well. And George Bush obviously was the Iraq War. So basically, there was only 2 times you can see that they won. But in fact itself, right, they lose the House seats, most of them. Okay, so what does it mean then? That means that there's a very high chance now Biden, with the current situation, with high inflation, the current situation in Russia, it may lose more than a few more seats. And that will swing back over. That will swing the seats back to Republican side. And when that actually happens itself, right, that means that, right, whatever they want to promote, right, have a problem already. Whatever plans they have will meet with very big difficulty. So now I understand why itself, right, they're trying to do this. But don't need to panic. Let me tell you something interesting. Now, this is the S&P midterm election year seasonal pattern since 1946. Okay, very simply put itself, right, you can see a very interesting pattern here. Well, in January and February and March itself, right, the market usually go down a little bit more. But interestingly, in this March and May, it may go up a little. Then after that, it will nosedive down to July period. But the interesting part is here. After September period, right, majority of the time itself, right, all the thing itself, right, the stock market will recover on the second half of the year, especially the last 3 months. So think about this. If you are a voter today, now you can be very pissed off with Biden. Yeah, angry with him, not happy with him. But in the last 3 months before I get to vote, the stock market goes up all the way. Oh, all the way up. Oh, economy very good. Oh, I got a job to do. I got this, I got that. Come on, man. Your vote go where? You see that? So you must understand how this Wall Street play this game. Not too difficult if you ask me. So to make it easier to understand, I got this chart for you now. You can see that the midterm action there's always pull back, but after that itself, right, the recline, the market regain is very strong one. You can see it always rebound. So now to take a look at the more simple way, this is the one that you need to take a picture now. Take a picture if you want to. You can see that this is a cyclical wave from the last how many years? 71 years. My God. 71 years data, I think pretty good, yeah, pretty decent already. Okay, so what happened? Right, in January to March, the market usually will go down first. Okay, probably we see something like this. Then in March itself, the market will recover. Not too bad, huh? Seemingly following the T. Then in April, there'll be some sideways movement before it go up a little bit. Then interestingly, May, June, July, there will be some selling. Then after that, the market will recover a little bit, but the October period, whereby usually they call the scary month, I'm so sorry, no scary, but it's a big rally all the way. So do you think that this will happen? I can tell you this projection here itself is almost identical to mine. Yes, it's almost identical to mine. Yes, because I told you, right, I tell you the market bottom will come in about May to June period itself. By July, it will be a good time to buy as much as you can and then hold it up. Now, the time itself will just basically use on the, what you call, based on my personal perception. But of course, now with this seasonal pattern, but the midterm election thingy, it makes a lot of sense. And you look at it itself, right, if the stock market now with all the interest rate hiking and all the QT happening, so obviously the next 3 months, the market will pull back. But once it pull back itself, right, the market will be at a cheaper price. It makes sense to buy some to keep for investment. And very naturally put, if there's going to be a recession next year itself, Federal Reserve will sure cut interest rate again and flood the market with dollar again, and the market will fly to the sky. So that's why if you want to be a big bull trader, consider here itself. Means between June to July period, you should be a big bull. Big bull. Yeah, big bull. Okay? So prior to that, then maybe consider be a short seller. So if you short sell the market and the market really fall, then you take the money that you make from the market and then plug it into the market and keep it. Because as we've seen in all election, the midterm election, the government will come in to support the market. Obviously, no government want to lose unless they want to throw it out. But I don't think they want to throw out this. They want to throw out this, right? So very clearly itself, right? Very clearly, Biden will definitely tell Jerome Powell to do what you can do to maximize this for me to win the election. That is obviously that will happen, right? So guys, don't you think this makes sense? Yes, I think it makes a lot of sense. So if you want to make a lot of money this year, it's all right. Follow this. Likely chance you will win money. Okay? So guys, if you think that you will follow this, hit the word follow. If you think that, right, you think that this is the best thing to look out for the market for this year itself, hit the word follow and then take a picture of this right now. I want you to do that because this is going to be very helpful, yeah? So that means that without a doubt, they'll definitely do all their best to turn the economy up before the midterm election. Yes, that's the only way. How can you make anybody happier? Make me rich, huh? You make me rich yourself, right? I'll be with you. Why not? Why must I even make myself in a position not to follow you if you make me rich? Agree? Yes, agree. So that's why it's good to take note of all this information, yeah? And then what happened after that? Yes, if they push the market all the way up itself and the so-called current president continue, in a way, the current party continue away, the stock market in the next year will go up. So 2023 itself, the recession year will be a very interesting year. We'll talk about that when it comes, yeah? Okay, all right, cool. Exit, very good. Let's continue. Let's go. So now we have done a very good job on understanding today's MAO class. All right, so let's look at the charts right now. The bull goes moo, the bear goes grr, and the flamingo is different this time. Let's go. Okay, so let's look at the chart, shall we? Okay. Here we go. Okay, so first of all, now what we have here is we have the China stock market. The stock market in China is hovering and holding this period here. So that means that right now, as long as the market stays above the MA30, there's no much reason for the market to be down. So we are still holding our thing here. So same thing again, if the market pull back, you can see when it came down here, 13,243. Once it reached there, the market rebound, just like what you saw here itself. Same time here, same thing here. Okay, so no need to worry about that. Pretty bull, yeah. Okay, let's look at the market now. First of all, let's look at the Dow Jones. Okay, so Dow Jones today, we have a new BNB. Wow, new BNB again. Interesting. Okay, so the new BNB, this figure is 35,240. Okay, the BNB here itself is 33,678. Okay, so what does it mean? Okay, very, very simple. Oops, sorry. Okay, very simple. That means that right now the Dow Jones has a new BNB. The Dow is either going to go up to this point here, or the Dow is going to go down to this point here itself. Now, either one, okay, we're at the very midpoint now. The KSI itself is green in color today, but it's down tick, so that means that a bit of buying interest is still available. But until now, for the morning, the market has been very tight at the OP level, so we'll wait for a while to see any bigger movement. But at the moment now, the MA200 and MA30 is in the between, is actually on top and bottom, is squeezing it. The only thing is that the MLP is below. So overall, the market is more towards buying. And don't forget, the market is above pivot 1. Now, above OP, above pivot 1 is naturally a buy. So logically, by now, 1 o'clock, the market should have been going up, but the market's not going up, right? So wait for a while. Okay, wait for a while. These two numbers, take note, yeah? 35,240 and 33,678. NASDAQ. Now, NASDAQ, the BNB is still the same, but it was in BNB trigger, right? The BNB yesterday already triggered, beautiful, right? So those who shorted with me on yesterday to short the NASDAQ here, we held it down and we take our profit already. Fantastic, good job, guys. This is easily 500 points profit. Congratulations to all of you, well done. Okay, so now what happened? The KSI is green in color and it's down tick. So that means for today's buying, again, will be kind of limited. Now, you can take a little glimpse on this, that the market MLP and the MA are very near each other itself. That means that there's a very strong stack over there. If the market basically touches this and rebound, the market may go up higher. But on a flip note, if the market crashes below this, the selling should bring it down to 14,400 easily. So I will suspect that, right, if there's going to be any profit taking on the NASDAQ again, I believe that the NASDAQ will come down to 14,400. Okay, I believe that. Yeah, and you can see that right now, a little sneak preview on the KSI. Although we do not use this guy for now, but I cannot deny myself to take a peek on this. The KSI shows me that the buying is not as strong as it is already. So traders, you must be very careful, yeah? I've given you my warning already. Excuse me. Excuse me, yeah? Water. Okay, next one, it will be the S&P 500. Now, S&P 500, 4474, damn strong. 4474 is a very, very strong figure. The market touches it, rebounded twice already. So that means that as long as the market cannot go below 4474, the market may go up. And MLP actually support it. But the only thing is against it itself is KSI. The KSI is red, but it's down tick. So that means that the selling is still down, but it's not as strong as the day before. Right, so that's why sell, but may not be that good, yeah? So you can see why when the KSI is red in color, the market overall is down. That is how you use a KSI, okay? All right, so downside 4474 is a strong support. Upside itself 4512. So these two numbers are what we'll be looking for today. Pretty tight, but I think that is fair. Hang Seng. Now, Hang Seng definitely today is really very choppy, yeah? Now, why choppy itself? First of all, Hang Seng KSI is green in color. So it's down tick, so it's still on the upside. But the problem is this, the Hang Seng MLP is 21,724. And that one was triggered a few times today. Let me just show to you the 5-minute chart, quick one. Okay, you can see what happened here at the 5-minute chart. The Hang Seng basically went out first, and it went above pivot 1 MLP. So by right, it should go higher, right? But you notice it hit KDR plus 1, straight away it pulls back. When it pulled back down, you see when it came down here, it hit the MA30, which is a support level, and a bomb established. So you put the two line, then you can see, right, the market stays above the line. So by right, this is where you can buy. If you are much more, adventurous, you can buy here. But whatever it is, the market really go up according to plan. See how beautiful this bomb is, okay? But after that itself, right, the market just couldn't stay above KTR plus one, come back down again. So this market right now is still hovering at OP the whole day. Now this is very unique, not very usual. So for a market, right, at the start of the month stays around OP, right, that means that there should be very big movement coming in. But this week itself, there's not much big detail, right? So why would the market behave this way on a Friday? This is where I'm very scared of this. I understand why I saw why today and yesterday I spent so much time talking about the Ukraine and Russia thingy, because I kind of believe that, right, maybe the boys know something that we don't know. Yeah, this is the reason why. Okay. Now let's look at the Nikkei. The Nikkei itself, right, is coming down despite the dollar yen is up, right? The Nikkei, look at it, the KSI is great in color. Even though it recovered, it didn't stay up long enough, market came back down. Okay, so the Nikkei itself, pretty easy. It should be able to come down to here, and that's 26,514 level, okay? Most likely, there's a chance for the Nikkei to come down here based on what I'm seeing right now. But of course, 26,659 will be a nearer number. Likely, you may go there first, okay? MA 200, MA 30, MLP all against it. That's why, to me, it's a sell on the Nikkei. All right, it's a sell on the Nikkei. Now, DAX at the moment now is still pretty sideways. Now, DAX have been sideways for quite a while already, yeah? So again, when market goes sideways, it's all right. It's either this is going to be the next level or this will be the next level range, okay? So to me, if I look at the market at the moment now, there is a higher chance to see the DAX coming down to here instead. All right, so there is a possibility for the market to come down to 13,300 area. All right, if this is going to be the current situation now for the US market as well, DAX market. Now, crude oil has been basically still coming down. You can see that every time when the market goes up only, right, the market come down. I told you when the KSI is red in color, look out for sell below, above KTR, above OP, KTR plus 1, plus 2, plus 3. So every time when the crude oil goes up itself, right, the market actually sell. Now today is even worse. Today is a DJDD. Now yesterday is a doji. You can see yesterday is a doji day, and this DJDD. So below OP is a sell. Now it's down. The MLP is 96.70. That means the market now triggered MLP earlier. The high was 96.63, missed it by 7 cents, and now it's one gets coming down. So there's a good chance that crude oil will come down to here. That will be as much as $90.50. Now, when this happens, what will happen to the Wall Street? Now, I told you before, right, whenever crude oil price is coming down, most of the time, the Wall Street also will come off. So based on what I'm seeing right now, right, based on candlestick, based on chart pattern and everything, there is a potential to see crude oil going down to about $91 level. It is possible. Now, of course, within the same day, anything can happen, guys. So let the market decide. Yeah, so you must take note of that. Yeah, very important for crude oil. All right, so I'm done with crude oil. Let's look at the commodities right now. Okay, so gold, I told you already, right? I'm more towards the buy side for today, but gold this morning do a CCRY on a day chart, but seemingly not going up. I give some time. Now, KSI is still green, no blue bars. It was yesterday, so I think it should be still safe. Now got blue bar already, right? Because the selling coming in a little bit. But I still trust what I see. As long as the market stays above OP or my stop loss, I'll still stay long on gold. All right, nothing against it, but because from the way I look at it, gold should be going up and going down. All right, so for gold, it's all right. Most likely, it's going to go out to test again the 1938 level. All right, and the downside, it could test all the way down to 1907. Okay, all right. Okay, move on. Silver. Now, silver is also sideways for the last few days, pretty sideways. So silver is all right, it's easier. Silver has to go up, you must go past $24.93. Silver to go down, it has to go down below $24.22. So which means that, right, if silver goes down to $24.22, it should be able to see $23.83 because that's the MA 200. All right, if it goes up itself, 24.93 will be the first target. But at the moment now, the market is not very sure. I expect the market to be sideways for a while. Okay, last two will be Bitcoin and Ethereum. Now, Bitcoin, you can see, is trying to form a base, but yesterday, beautifully, the Bitcoin, right, as you can see, once it broke above below the BNB SL, within 2 days, the market reached already 42,741. Congratulations to those who made money, yeah, because I've been calling for sell on this counter, and those who followed, they make money. Now, of course, as you can see, the price is coming down, right? But the KSI stay green. Very interesting, right? Yeah, because the buying is still there. So that's why the market, right, even though the blue ticks are enlarging, but the thing is that the support is still there. Okay, support is always, or resistance are always very important for traders. All right, that's for Bitcoin. And Ethereum itself, right, it's also a doji, directional day. So by right now, we're looking at is that you're expecting the Ethereum to go higher, right? Because it's DJDD and it's going up right now. So Ethereum goes up itself, what happens in the stock market? Usually the market also go up, yeah. But let's see how. KSI and everything looks okay, rather positive. So that means that if you're going to go up itself, right, we are looking at well, first number will be 3405. Or the next number can be, if it breaks here, RL, then after that, it will go towards this 3754. Okay, all right. So at the moment now, Ethereum, I'm more towards the buy side at the moment. Bitcoin already hit the support level already. So neither here or there, but for overall itself, right, I'm still looking at the US market and the Chinese market to go down way lower with the current situation right now. Okay, that will be all for today. Thank you very much for staying with me once again. Today's MAO definitely is worth its value and time. If you didn't watch it itself, right, get a friend to watch it with you. It could be pretty fun. Okay, like I say, certain words I cannot say too much. You can see where I'm coming from. If you understand this, you should know that the big world itself is not that simple to trade and not so simple to understand. There are a lot of coverage here and there, a lot of people who don't cover right things. Okay, guys, have a great day. This is Cal signing off. Bye-bye.